Britain's longest-serving Labour Prime Minister is backing the economic policies of his Tory successor. In his memoir published today, Tony Blair praises David Cameron's plans to cut the deficit. But he attacked the man from his own party who ruled the country in the years in between, criticising Gordon Brown for running up the UK's debt. Bloomberg's Rob Hutton, who has read an advance copy of Blair's autobiography, joins us now from Westminster. Rob, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Let's start with his swipes at his successor, Gordon Brown. What does he actually have to say about the former Prime Minister?
Well, it's an interesting story. It's a love story gone wrong, in a way. It starts off at the start of the book. He compares the two of them. He says they're as close as two people in politics can be. They were like lovers desperate to get to their lovemaking. By the middle of the book, when they're arguing about who should succeed John Smith, then they're like a married couple arguing about whose career should come first. And at the end of the book, Brown he describes as venomous, as a bully, forcing him out, pretty much blackmailing him at one point over policy. He says that I had the feeling that my going and being succeeded by Gordon was going to be terminal for the government. There was not the wrong instinct, but no instinct at the human, at the gut level.
It almost begs the question, Rob, that why did he keep him on? Why didn't he just get rid of him, possibly in the early 2000s?
Well, this is an argument that Blair addresses, and he acknowledges that he might have done the wrong thing. He says maybe he should have let Brown run against him in 1994, but he didn't want to do that because he didn't want to ruin their friendship, and he felt it would be fatal for that. And then he didn't want to do it in 2000, 2001, because basically he felt it was better to have Brown inside the tent than outside the tent making trouble.
I mean, what might hurt Brown more than what you've talked about is the fact that he's praised his successor, David Cameron.
Yes, the most extraordinary part of the book, and that, I have to say, reading through the book from beginning to end, I kept thinking I'd found the most extraordinary bit.
Right.
And then I found really what I think is the most extraordinary bit is just at the end, he basically endorses the Liberal Democrat Conservative coalition government's economic policies. He says that tackling the deficit is the right thing to do. It's important to do it now. It's important to get services changed. And he endorses raising VAT, which Labour is fighting very hard against.
Very quickly, Rob, I mean, he's been much criticised because of Iraq and because of other issues. How does he come out of this autobiography looking? What's the tone of the book? What's going to be his legacy?
Well, I have to say I didn't expect to enjoy this book as much as I did. A 700-page political memoir is not necessarily an attractive prospect, but he's got a good style. He tells a good joke.
Okay.
He comes across pretty well, I think. So this may win people back to him.
Rob, thanks for joining us.